Welcome to BookLuv book reading class. Today, we shall learn more about the famous 5 book by Enid Blyton. The famous 5 are Julian, Dick, Anne, George, and Timmy the dog. They find excitement and adventure wherever they go. Aunt Fanny, Uncle Quentin, and the housekeeper Joanna are also present. Today's book is 5 on a hike together. The famous 5 meet during their midterm break. They arrange to go hiking together. Julian plans to spend their first night at a bed and breakfast called Blue Pond Farm. On the way, George's dog, Timmy, injures his leg when being pulled out of a rabbit burrow. Consequently, Julian and George go to the residence of Mr. Gaston, a local expert on animals. Dick and Anne head for Blue Pond Farm. Mr. Gaston treats Timmy's injured leg and Mrs. Gaston then insists Julian and George stay for a meal, after which they walk to Blue Pond Farm. Dick and Anne have taken a wrong turn and are confused by ringing bells. They head toward a light, where they encounter an elderly deaf woman. Assuming they have reached Blue Pond Farmhouse, Dick and Anne go in, but the woman, Mrs. Taggart, tells them to leave because her son would not accept them. She eventually agrees to let Anne sleep in a loft, whilst Dick makes do with sleeping in a barn. During the night, Dick is awakened by a voice calling his name. He is given a cryptic message: 2 trees. Gloomy water. Saucy Jane. And Maggie knows too. The next morning, Mrs. Taggart's son is back and chases Dick away. Reunited with Julian and George for breakfast, Dick and Anne tell the story of the bells and the message. Julian says the bells signaled an escape from a local prison, and the escaped prisoner meant to meet Dirty Dick Taggart at the barn. The children report the incident to a village policeman, but he accuses them of lying and informs them the escapee has been caught. Julian decides they should hike to a ruined house called 2 Trees, located at Gloomy Water, a marshy lake higher on the moors. That night, Julian deduces that Dick's message is instructions to find stolen goods from a robbery by a prisoner called Naylor and that the loot is hidden in a boat called the Saucy Jane. The following day, Maggie and Dirty Dick come to Gloomy Water to search for the loot and are annoyed to see the children there. The 5 conclude that Tall Stone, one of the clues written on the paper given to Dick, is a landmark that will help guide them to the location of the Saucy Jane. The next morning, they locate the Saucy Jane at the bottom of the lake, at which point Maggie and Dirty Dick appear in a boat but row back to shore after Julian says the children will be returning to school tomorrow. Julian dives to the bottom of the lake and finds a bag of loot, but cannot remove it. What happens next? Were the children able to escape from the criminals? Is the bag of loot recovered? Are the criminals caught by police? To find out the answers, BookLuv suggests you get a copy of the book and start reading it. You can also reply in the comments below. You also click on the playlist to watch other important videos. Happy reading and goodbye.